a good life. Our sacred Mother Earth, the sacred waters, the sacred sun, fire, the air that we've been given to breathe, all the animals, everything works together in great harmony. And in my travels, in all the things that I undertook all my life to fight and defend our Aboriginal rights and entitlements and our Mother Earth and our sacred territories. I always went to our relatives in the natural world, and some people don't understand that, but that's okay. That's where I get my strength. Lately, over the last year or so, I really went to our tree of life, our cedar. I spent lots of time listening and learning from our cedar tree. And the message that came to me when I communed with our great tree of life is that when the Europeans first appeared on this part of the world, our cedar trees were huge giants. They rose very, very high in the sky. And then logging came, and they took down all the old growth. And the message I got from the cedar tree is that we're still here. We're not as high as we were before, but we're still here. And the reason why we're still here is because we continue to get the nourishment from the salmon. We continue to get nourishment from the sacred waters and the earth. And our branches reach high into the sky and get the life energy from our sun and the sky. And if we continue to live in harmony, if we continue to go back to those values of being in harmony with the natural world, then we too will survive. We too will continue on. But there seems to be at this great juncture in our history where people are frightened all over the world about what's going on. It's not natural. We're taking, there's too much taking and taking and taking from Mother Earth, and there's not enough giving back. And so the cedar tree told me that in the fall we always give back to Mother Earth. We give back some of ourselves back to the Mother Earth, that the cedar tree said. And that's what we need to do. And that's what we do. That's what we do as Wilmot people. It's just our ways. We give back to Mother Earth through our ceremony. We give back to Earth offerings to the natural world. Whenever we do our salmon ceremonies, we return something back to the salmon. Those are the things that we need to do. Those are the values that we need to cultivate. It's hard to educate other people about that because they don't seem to understand. But one thing that they do understand is that if we continue on the road that we're on right now, there's going to be unbearable living conditions for the future. And so, as I continue on in my life, I'm gonna continue to do the work that I do, because I know that there's lots of people who are just as concerned as I am. And sometimes people don't know which way to turn. They don't know which cause to take up, because things seem to be so overwhelming. Things seems to be, you don't know where to begin, to stop the destruction that's going on by corporations with the full sanction of governments who aren't governing anymore, who are only being servants. And so, if there's any hope, it resides in the hearts and the minds of each and every one of you sitting around the circle here today. It's in the hearts and the minds of people like Alexandra Morton. And I can name a lot of really good champions. And they're doing a marvelous job, sacrificing, making lots of sacrifices. That's a part of giving back as well. And so, when I make a commitment to do something, I follow through on it. I don't want to stop. When we were up in the sacred waters in October of 2014, I was so proud to be there. People, Bonnie Glanbeck and Dan, they came up. Alexandra Morton, Sabra, they came up. There were a lot. Doug Gook, he was there. Natalie Clark, and it was all organized by leaders of the Nisconnet people, community leaders. Janice Billy, my good friend Don Morrison, was by my side, always, to carry on. And we did ceremony at that time. We did ceremony, the Mayans did ceremony, and the ancestors spoke to us. And when we talked about the wild salmon caravan, the messages that we got was, yes, that's a good idea. It's a good idea to do it in the spring so that we could follow the smolts that are coming down from the headwaters all the way down the river to the big water. And that it was important for us to do ceremony all the way down the river, making offerings and praying. And so that's what we did. Every community we stopped at, we did ceremony. We did pipe ceremony. We made our offerings. We sang our sacred songs to the waters. The women stepped forward and spoke about how important it is to take care of Mother Earth and to nurture one another. Our elders spoke up and they said, you know what? You better not lose your sense of humor or you're going to lose yourself. And so we had to laugh and we had to sing and we had to celebrate. And so that's what, at every community we stopped at, there was great celebration. The heartbeat of our nation kept drumming and singing. That's what gave us strength to continue, not stop. And it's going to be that way. We're undeterred by anything. And what gave us great strength on the way down was when we all remembered the Laxqualams. I think that's what they call that First Nation up in Prince Rupert. They turned down $1.15 billion and said no to LNG, no. Your billions of dollars isn't worth it. Our wealth is clean water. Our wealth is clean air. Our wealth is our land, and we need to protect it. That's what they said. And so we were uplifted, and we reminded each other, that's the same way we are. We don't want that. We don't want the billions of dollars either. You know, we want to breathe. we want to drink clean water. We want to continue to have strong wild salmon runs going up the river to spawn and renew their cycles. That's what we want. And so it's a great pleasure for me to come and be with so many beautiful people. All the people that we stopped at, or all those places that we stopped at, the community people came out in great strength, and they showed us their love. They showed us the connections that are necessary for us to really, really acknowledge. Our elder, Mike Arnews, he talked about how important it was Wherever you go, look around. Just look around you. Notice the trees. Notice the ground. Notice the plants. Notice the birds that are around. Notice all the animals. They have lots to teach you. And that's one thing that is going to have to be cultivated as we really look at making a big turn away from finite fossil fuel economies and going to renewable energies. That we need to learn and collaborate. We need to learn from and partnership and collaborate and cooperate with the natural world instead of trying to dominate it. That's going down the wrong road. And so it's uplifting for me to see people come and acknowledge that and recognize it and say, yes, you know, that's a better road. That's a better road, because it won't no longer be a boom and bust economy. It's going to be an economy built on the strength of a good partnership between men and women and between human beings and the natural world. That's a beautiful vision. That's a beautiful vision that is carried down through so many generations. All Hulmuk people, they have those memories about how that vision needs to be. And so we need to share that vision. And we have all these beautiful gifts that we have been given, and we all need to carry that responsibility to take care of it. Our people, when they talk about very important gatherings, we talk about important subjects, they say, this is our homeland. We need to take good care of everything that belongs to us. And so this is now a shared responsibility for everybody, because it's all in our own best interest. And so one of the things that I want to share with you about what happened as we came down the waters, down the river, our sacred river of life, is that Wilmuk people still have title. We pass through many territories that are unceded, and when they see what's going on down in the coast with the fish farms, they were appalled. They're disgusted that nobody went up to consult with them, or nobody went up to obtain their consent to have fish farms that are destroying and killing our wild salmon, threatening our Aboriginal rights to fishery. That is wrong on so many levels. It's wrong for the biodiversity, it's wrong for human health, and it's unethical, and it's got to be stopped. The same thing with all the other industrial activities that are going on. They're doing it a lot without our consent, and that's got to end. And so this gathering here is very special. I really appreciate how spontaneous Kwantlen First Nation said, yes, we're going to host the Wild Salmon Caravan. Yes, we'll provide you with a place to camp out. Yes, we're going to feed you. Yes, we're going to welcome you with our sacred drums. And we're going to support the messages that the caravan has to give to the world. It lifted my spirit. I was so happy. I didn't know what to do. I felt like I could fly. So I want to call up Brandon Gabriel, and I want to just give him a small token of our appreciation. You can do that. This is just a little token of our appreciation. No words, 2 words can be put together that will say how much gratitude we have in our hearts for the people of Kwantlen to step forward and show this kind of leadership, show this kind of love, to show this kind of care about the environment and about people. And that's the same message that we got to give to the governments. We got to tell the governments, you got to put people in the environment above corporate profits. Yeah. My partner in crime here, I want her to share a few words. She shares the spirit of the wild salmon caravan in such a beautiful way. Osia.